Welcome to another great episode of American Rifleman Television, brought to you by Ruger, rugged, reliable firearms. Now this week we're going to take you to the vault of a museum that really blew my mind away. This is the National Military Museum of Luxembourg, really an impressive facility. This week our Rifleman review gun is the Ruger Scout Rifle, chambered in .223. And also, for I Have This Old Gun, we look at the Japanese Type 99 machine gun. But right now, let's head for the National Military Museum of Luxembourg.
Well, first of all, welcome to the National Museum of Military History in Diekirch, Luxembourg. It's now the 30th year, 30th anniversary of our existence. And basically my associate Mario, who's present today, when we were youngsters here, when we were playing cowboys and Indians in the woods, the stuff was lying there. Those were the good old days, and the Alibaba times and so forth. So already at tender age we started collecting military artifacts, including weapons. And we always had the idea to create a museum. And this materialized when the city of Diekirch here, who owns the building, they were receptive to the idea and they donated parts of the building so that we could bring in our collections. Well, we also had 4 other friends who were also collecting, and we put our private collections together. So that was the core of what later on became then the museum.
During World War II, Diekirch was liberated twice. The first time, when Allied forces pressed into Luxembourg, the city was liberated September 11th, 1944. After that, on December 16th, 1944, German forces drove American forces out of the northern half of Luxembourg, including the city of Diekirch. But then, later in the battle, U.S. forces came back and liberated Diekirch for a second time, January 18th, 1945, when the men of the 2nd Infantry Regiment, 5th Infantry Division, U.S. Army, crossed the Sour River and entered Diekirch during the darkness of that night, and an assault river crossing that is captured here in full scale, and one of the most breathtaking dioramas you're ever going to see in any museum exhibit.
You have to realize that Luxembourg, after the Battle of the Bulge, this was a huge battle. The north and the eastern parts of the country lay in ruins. In ruins there was so much abandoned military equipment that when the civilians came back to the destroyed areas and they started rebuilding, everything that they could use, they used it. And of course weapons lying around in quantities always had a magical attraction.
To watch this entire episode on Outdoor Channel, contact your TV provider today.